Hey everybody, it's Lisa, owner of Peaches Skincare. You can visit us at peachesskincare.com, and I also invite you to follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see a little bit more about who we are and my or our holistic Lisa skincare. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe to these videos, and it would just be a really kind, lovely gesture. I am Lisa, master esthetician of almost 36 years. I am 55 years old, I wear no foundation and concealer, and I teach you how to have beautiful skin naturally. And even though a lot of people say that that's not possible, I can help anyone have the skin that they've always dreamed of having. Just takes a little time and patience and a little bit of trust and faith. Today we are going to talk about beauty tools, so bear with me. I have a lot of them here. Many of them I purchased myself, and then some were sent to me to try, as long as I was able to give a very honest review. But you all know I'm really kind, so I'm always going to try and find the positive. Beauty tools are amazing things, but many of the technologies have been around for 50, 60 years. It's just that now they're coming out with ways for you to do them at home, especially during the pandemic. I think so many companies saw a valuable way to show, or an opportunity to show all of you how to do things from home. But just like anything else, sometimes it's better to have a professional do it, like cleaning your teeth. There's just things that you need a professional to do. But I do believe in at-home devices, and there have been a few that I've used for years, and I'll show them to you. The other thing about devices is, unless you have great skin, unless you're taking care of your skin, or you're on the way to great skin, these might show you a difference for a couple days or weeks, but then you'll just plateau and you really won't see anything. It's why at the beginning of this series, I taught you how to exfoliate, how to hydrate, and then I taught you facial yoga, because I want your skin to be in its best shape and have the best canvas prior to doing these tools. We're gonna start off with LED masks. And if I look to the side a little bit, I wanna tell you costs of different things and why I chose these two. So LED has been around since, gosh, probably the 1960s. When I was a young esthetician working in Hollywood, LED was more of we used to call it a circus act. It really didn't do much. We'd have a few lights on things and you'd have little handheld devices, but it really didn't do a lot. And I think it's just because the technology hadn't really come about. And really that started with NASA. NASA used it, and I think at the time it was to grow vegetables and things. They were trying to do things for astronauts, and they really did start to come up with different lights. Now these are not ultraviolet like the sun, but these are more non-harmful light. And they really started to help the technology to grow. Harvard University, though, will still tell you in their studies that we don't know the long-term effects, and we still have a lot to learn about LEDs. So that's something I really want all of you to know. Many of these people showing it to you, if you're seeing it on different social media platforms or in different areas, it's not always the LED that has given them the result. And it might be other things they're doing to their face, maybe non-invasive or invasive, but just really use discernment is really what I'm trying to tell you. Use discernment and know that your cleanser you wash with is probably as important as some of these devices. Okay, so let's start with anything handheld. This one is from a company called Revive, and my daughter actually gave it to me. It came in a beauty box. It does have a little red light. I'm just gonna show it to you to the side. And the idea is that you would hold it in different areas. I think a lot of these tools are really not worth any value. I don't even think if you got it free, it would be something that I would really use or hold. But I suppose if you got it free, it's something to use. But you hold it on your skin, you use the red light. Red typically, or amber, will help with collagen. Anything blue or I guess more of a purple color. I guess they would say red is collagen, amber would be acne, so forgive me, because so many of them say different things. So I suppose it could help you in one area, but I just found a lot of the handheld devices through the years that estheticians used or they were trying to sell us didn't really do much. Now, they've come out with these masks, and I think that's where your ticket is. That's where you're going to see a result if you want to see a result. So I thought I would show you two different masks. One was sent to me and one I purchased. I chose to purchase the more expensive mask. Now this is by Dr. Dennis Gross. It comes in this really lovely box. It comes in a little silk holder like so. And it is very hardy, would be a good word. You put it on your face like so, your eyelids, your eyes show through, and it looks just like this on the face. Now with Dr. Dennis Gross, they say red is collagen and amber is acne, but then they also have a combined light. So I don't want to show it to you right into the light, but that's red, that's your amber, and that's your combined light. Now, what I like about this device is it holds really nice and snug, and then I actually pull it down to my neck and I do my neck as well. It has its own timer. I think it goes for about 4 minutes, and it is FDA approved. But the thing you need to know about FDA approved, and this is for so many things, it isn't approved on efficacy as much as it's approved on is it safe to use. And that's what you need to understand. Just because something's FDA approved doesn't mean it's going to work or it has, again, efficacy. But we do know it's safe. I really liked this. I absolutely thought I saw a difference in my skin, and what did I think I saw? I feel like the tone of my skin looked better, but remember, I do take really good care of my skin. I did it morning and night for 2 weeks just to see what I saw, and I definitely saw something. I saw changes in my skin. Do I feel like I built collagen? I do feel like I saw some collagen. But I'm also going to tell you something else I did with it after. So the Dr. Gross is $435. $435. I bought this from Nordstrom's because I just love their policies. I think it's excellent. You want to clean it after each use, and I always put it back into its little silk container. Now, the second device that was sent to me to use was by a company called Peppy. And again, bear with me, I've got a lot to show you today. So Peppy came in this great little box as well, and it actually came with a silk little liner also. But I would say this is a little bit more sleek, a little bit more lightweight. It's got the little glasses inside, and you put it on like so, just like so. And the lights hit your face. So you're protecting your eyes, but the lights hit your face. Now this is an Australian brand, so there's not United States FDA approval. And again, that's only on safety, not efficacy. And with this, they say it's blue is acne, red is anti-aging, and yellow is pigment. I saw slight differences with this. It's hard because when you're using two different masks, you're not really sure what's doing a lot, but I chose to do them separately, and I did do the Dr. Gross first. What I like about this is the cost. If you just want to try it and see if this is something of value for you. So this one, compared to Dr. Gross being at about $435, this is only $149, which is still a lot of money for a lot of people. Again, you want to keep it clean. Both come with little charging units, but you have to have the charger for the wall or the plug. Again, I'd recommend doing it morning and night. That's just me, really getting on a rhythm, and try not to skip. If you're going to spend money on these things, try not to miss a day. I tell people coming in that buy packages from us with facials, be consistent. Don't make a package of 4 last you for a year. Get consistent, see the changes, and then you can maintain it. So that was Peppy, and this is the Dennis Gross. Both are LED lights. Again, LED has been around for many, many years, 1950s, 1960s, and really didn't do much back then, but I do see some value to it moving forward if you're taking care of your skin. I actually got to talk with Peppy, and I will tell you another thing I loved. They were just a lovely company, and I thought that there's just value to that. Okay, the next product that I want to show you is the Nira Laser. Now, the Nira Laser was sent to me, and this is over, I want to see what the price was. I think it was $250 when I looked at prices. And the Nira Laser is pretty cool. You hit it, and it goes to different strengths, and then you just hold it to the area. You'll hear a pulse and a beep, and you know that you can move on. I already explained to you that the Nira Laser is a fibroblast, but it is a non-injury laser. I think that's really important because so many of you understand that the results I've seen with laser have been temporary, and the skin actually seems to age a little faster when people are doing lasers. That's just my holistic opinion, seeing hundreds of thousands of clients, not just my face, but seeing other people. So what I liked about the Nira Laser is you just move it along. Again, this is FDA approved, and I did it along my lines here. I did it along my lines here. I did it under my eyes, and I did it along my labial folds. It's a non-fractional laser. So again, non-harmful. And what it does is it stimulates collagen. So what did I think? I thought it worked, and I absolutely saw a difference. But again, I don't do anything to my face, so I was lucky enough that I don't do Botox or I don't do fillers, that if I was going to see a difference, that's what I would see it on my face. What I started to do with this is I would do my mask first, and then I would take about 4 minutes and maybe 4 to 10 and go around my whole face with my laser on clean skin. And then after that, I would go into my toners and serums. These are expensive devices, and you can ask me anything below. I did do a little bit more on the Nira on another video, so I don't want to get too crazy into it now, but I do absolutely think that these devices work. But you have to be consistent, and you have to take care of your skin. You can't just start these devices or start these tools while your skin still has a lot of callus layer, or you're not wearing sunscreen, or you're not wearing a wide-brimmed hat out in the sun. You're just going to harm your skin and reverse any positives that you do to it. Okay, so these are the lasers. I wanna make sure I'm where I am, and I told you prices. The next thing that I loved was I have had my Foreo I've had this for years. Okay, my Foreo. So the Foreo was about $189 when I purchased it, and I wash with it in the shower. I believe that you don't want something that spins because you will cause superficial tears to the skin. We have natural bacteria and fungus always on our skin, good and bad, but it's when we, in layman's terms, leave an opening for it that it can get into our skin and cause issues. So you don't want something that spins or tears the skin. And it used to be Clairsonic was the gold standard, but then it got bought by L'Oreal, and now it's not even in business. It really just went downhill. But I love these vibrating tools. So this is the Foreo, and then Peppy sent me their tool that is also silicone, and for for washing your face, and also vibrates. Now, this price on the Peppy is considerably less, and forgive me, I thought that I put them here for you, but just like the masks, this would be maybe your hardier one. You're a little bit more expensive. It fits your hand really nicely. I found that this slipped a little bit, and this sounds really crazy. I thought it smelled like grapes for the first 2 days, but now that smell's totally gone away. I don't like when things are like that, but it did vibrate well, and it was great. And for the cost, you're definitely getting something that vibrates and is good. It's kind of one of those things where you have to decide what you want to pay for it. But I do think these tools work. I've had people tell me that they broke out when they started using them, but I want you to think of that as you're removing callus, you're finally getting your cleansers and things deep into your skin, and you're helping the skin to purge. You're helping the skin to do one of its jobs, get rid of everything. And so you may break out first, or you may purge first, and that is okay. And forgive me that I didn't have the costs. I thought I did, and just forgive me on that. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to teach you or wanted to show you was the Newa. Now the Newa I purchased myself probably almost a year ago. And the Newa uses radio frequency. And what you do is it heats up the skin, causes a little bit of damage. But again, this is also a non-damaging. It's not as invasive as something that you would have in a doctor's office. And if you do things like this, for goodness sake, do it in a medical office or with a master esthetician who knows what she is doing. Someone that has had years of knowledge with skin. But this is an at-home device that uses a radio frequency, as I said, and you push it and it just heats up your skin, okay? And what it does is therefore creates collagen by causing damage, and as it creates damage in layman's terms, the blood and everything rushes to it and it creates firmness and collagen. What I found is a little bit of fat loss, and they are saying that that can happen with some of these. I felt like I experienced it. I haven't gone back to using it because of that, but I think it could be of value to you if you haven't experienced fat loss. I do think you can use it on your whole face. You do it in different sections. You don't go down to your neck, but you do your chin. And I do see where this could make results. My concern would be any fat loss that you might experience. You can bring back fat, vitamin D, taking care of your skin, but that was really the negative that I saw with it. But the positives are, I think that this is something that has value, but I would put my money towards the Nira Laser or the LED mask. The Newa, I don't think I had a cost on that. I bought it about a year ago, and I noticed there were variations in costs, so that's that. Okay, the next thing I want to show you would be microcurrent. Now, microcurrent has been around for, gosh, over 50 years, and they used it in physical therapy, and they would hook you up to electrodes of microcurrent technology, and they would stimulate an area, like if you had injured your shoulder or your knee, and it would create blood flow and oxygen and heal those areas naturally. Well, what they found in Europe is that it would work the muscles of the face and almost create a facelift. And I told many of you that a very famous lady saw it on the set and asked me to look into it, and I did, and this was over 30 years ago, and I believe. Now, we do professional microcurrent in the salon, and some people use probes. That's not my favorite, but I love gloves. So if you can find someone who's using gloves, that's my #1 favorite. And it works. It's amazing. These at-home devices are for maintenance, or if you're somewhere where you can't get a facial, you can't get microcurrent, you can't find your own esthetician, which I highly recommend, even if you can only go every once in a while, but in the beginning, try to go a lot. Getting a facial professionally will do incredible things for your skin. So this would be more for maintenance at home. Now, what is microcurrent? Microcurrent works the muscles of the face. You have, again, 42 muscles in your face, and it gets those muscles working. Now, it works on collagen, elastin, blood flow, and ATP. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, and that is something that's in your muscles and your cellular function, and it helps to promote that. So what they say about microcurrent is that it builds collagen by 14%, it builds elastin by 48%. Now I want to make sure I'm getting the study's numbers right. Blood circulation by 38%, and ATP or adenosine triphosphate by 500%. I can tell you it works. I believe in it. Anyone who thinks it doesn't, again, I do nothing to my face, so I'm able to see that these things work. And I have done microcurrent for over 30 years. Again, professionally in our salons, and then I do maintenance at home every single night. Again, any of these devices, you want to build consistency. The other thing I want to share with you is that when I do these devices, I always wear a Frownies patch to bed at night because I'm creating collagen, I'm keeping those muscles from moving. I want it to be natural, I want to have expression, but I'm not instating those lines, if you will. And so what I do is at night I put a patch here and here and here. I have a lot of clients that put it here. Some put it down on their chest for chest wrinkles. And during the night when you sleep, you're creating muscle memory. So you're telling the brain not to move those muscles during the night. And it really helps these products to do their job, along with good skincare, antioxidant skincare. You have to be taking care of your skin. Now, the final thing that I wanted to talk to you about was microdermabrasion. So many of you are asking me, and I'm getting on calls with you, and you're finding estheticians that are doing microdermabrasion. Some are finding them that do it with crystals, and some are finding them that do it with a diamond tip. I know that I get a lot of estheticians upset, but I've been doing this a lot longer than many of you. I just don't believe in the diamond tips. I see injuries from them. I think it is the cheap way of doing microdermabrasion. I know for years people were worried about the crystals and were they causing cancer, were they causing issues? But we've really found ways and systems to keep those crystals clean, and they go into containers that are very sealed. And yes, we have to, push them away. But I always laugh at that because you'll do all these other crazy things to your face, but you're worried about that little crystal. Crystals are expensive. It costs us a lot to do microdermabrasion that way. But if you find someone that does it the other way and you feel good with them, go for it. Find an esthetician to take care of your skin. Find a guru. Microdermabrasion is amazing. It also creates blood flow. It removes that callus layer, getting your skin to function better. And it is also a non-invasive way of taking care of your skin. But do not, you notice I don't show you a tool for at home. Do not do that at home. Please don't do that at home. It's the same with microneedling that can leave tracks. I just don't see that being a benefit. I suppose if you used a tiny little micro needling roller, but I just want you to be very mindful of those things and make sure you're being very clean before and after. But it's always best to get with an esthetician in her salon or in her space and find out what you should be doing to take care of your skin. Okay, I've gone over LED, I've gone over microdermabrasion, microcurrent, the Nira Laser, and how it stimulates collagen, and I hope these were of value to you. I tried to give you different price points. I know that I left out a few costs, but you can look them up, and John will go ahead and have those in the description box. You can hit the title of the video and it brings you to the description box, and we always have so much information there. I don't get paid for any of these. I just wanted to bring them to your attention, let you know that there are some great at-home tools that will work, but let's get your skin in shape first, and then we'll move you on to those. And if you can't afford them, use your hands. Get those muscles moving, get that blood flowing, and get your skin oxygenated. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that it brought value to you, and I hope that you all stay beautiful naturally.